Alrighty, we are back here with round 4. This is the cut just happened for the second stage here. We have playing here Carlos Ortiz versus Stephen Cubberley. Now, I do want to say my name is Dio Morales, the host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and today I am here with Peter Fu.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction, Dion. Our primary goal today is to take a more journalistic approach for the broadcast of premier X-Wing events. At the front of the house, you're going to see numerous updates to our UI, consistency of format from match to match, and a dedicated team member who's going to be making sure our game state is consistent with what you're seeing in front of you. This also means that we're going to try to be respecting the fourth wall, which means we're not going to be directly involved in any judging-related issues. The only exception to this policy is we will allow the Marshal to use our footage for instant replay purposes. And speaking of the Marshal, Dion, can you tell me a little bit about our Marshal and floor team today?
Our Marshal today is Brent Wong. He is a Texas local. And our floor judges today are Mark Sebo, Gene Hogel, and Bobby Vowles.
So Brent has been a pillar in the judging community for the past 3 years, and we're really privileged to not only have him around here, but also willing to share his insights in the game. And some of those insights were published in that group document, the Google Docs, with all the new rules and updates that he's going to be applying today. So I invite all listeners to check out that document if they have any questions about things like I'll show you the dark side, triggering harpoons, etc.
Absolutely. And I do want to mention that our fourth round here is brought to you by Crafted Storage. Crafted Storage has been creating storage and tournament day solutions for X-Wing players using smart design and great craftsmanship. Visit craftedstorage.com to get yours today. So, looking at these matchups here, we've been doing this every round. We want you guys to give us some predictions here. Give us a number 1 if you think Carlos Ortiz has the advantage, and give us a number 2 if you think Stephen Cubberley has the advantage. Now, let's go ahead and let's break down the list here. So, Carlos Ortiz is bringing a Rebel list, leading with the exact same Captain Nim we actually saw last round. He has fully kitted out, twin laser turret, harpoon missiles, bomb generator, genius, extra munitions, all kind of stuff in there. Also with a Ezra Bridger. And this is interesting, right? It's an Ezra Bridger with Flight Assist and Sabine, and you've seen a lot of stress Ezras. This is not. This is a support Ezra, simply here to give Nim extra actions. And then following it up with the Crimson Specialist with Ordnance Silos and Ion Bombs and Deflective Plating. You can see that he's being very aggressive there with his Crimson Specialist, which I think is the right strategy. Then Stephen Cubberley following it up with a triple defender squad. You don't see too many of these out right now, with Swarm Leader, X7 title, Adaptability Up, X7 title, and a Glaive Squadron Pilot with Trick Shot, and they're all at PS 6.
Now, Dion, both Steve and Carlos are from the Texas area. Carlos is from the great city of Houston. He plays for Apollo Squadron, and the Asgardians, and those are the people he'd like for us to give a shout out to. Steve Clobberley is from San Antonio, and he plays out of Saber Squadron. Really happy to have both of these excellent players on stream today. I believe this is a 3-0-2-1, right?
Yes. Yeah, that is the bracket we are in now.
Yes. So we're going to have a lot of good time. We're going to have a great time today with this one. Dion, we're pretty close on the predictions right now.
Looks like we're kind of even, but huh?
Yeah, almost.
Well, looking at some positioning here, Crimson Specialist, his ability says that he can drop a bomb anywhere as long as it's touching his base. And then we also have Carlos Ortiz equipping a trajectory simulator Nim, which then I mean he has a lot of bomb damage here.
He's got
a lot of bomb damage.
This is the second time we've seen some bombers go down wild.
Absolutely.
The final count right now from our listeners is 7 people think that Carlos is going to be in the lead at the end of the day, and 14 think Steve's going to be the top dog.
I mean, you cannot deny the focus evade potential of triple defenders. I mean, This guy's going to take a beating here. Looks like Nim is holding that the bomb. Rolls 1 dice for deflective plating. So he ignores the thing, and it was a focus. And deflective plating says that when you roll, so we're going at the dice here. It's for the lead defender. Not sure which one it is. We're going to send a runner real quick. Can you find out which defender is which defender in the formation?
Okay.
Just because they're all 6, so we just need to find which one's which.
We are seeing the swarm leader being activated. He just knocked off those 2 evades.
Okay. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3.
All right, so we acquire the target lock using Vessery's ability. Rerolling 2 blanks. And it looks like we got 2 symbols there.
That is a heavy.
That's an alpha. So that is 6 hits, and Crimson Specialist follows that up with 1 defense dice, gets a focus, spends it. He's going to be taking 5 damage on that Crimson Specialist.
And already we are chewing the hull. Now, if this had been The Last Jedi, that Crimson Specialist would be gone.
There were some crits in there. And Peter's going to go take a look. Front defender taking a shot at range 1. Does have a focus. 4 dice. Spending it for 3. And that's a focus. Who's going to be taking 3 more damage. They're sitting at 4.
Dion, we are already off to the races. We have a blinded pilot and weapons failure.
Oh, and another crit.
Is that a direct damage? No, it's not. That's just the coloring gone wrong.
Yeah.
And a damage cockpit.
Okay. So I'm just going to mark, does it have crits? Just yes. It has a lot of crits. So it can't shoot next turn.
Yeah, that is a pretty Last Jedi accurate replication of how the Crimson Specialist goes down. And
it looks like this, I think he takes 3 more, and there's another crit in there, it looks like. Hit. If this is a double, he's dead. It's not a double. It's one of those reroll ones. And he's going to be sitting at 1 hull there, with the final crit being. And a damage sensor. So he can't do actions. He can't attack. Okay.
Yeah, that is an unhappy Crimson Specialist.
Yep. And that's what you have to do with those guys. You burn them down, and then they don't become a problem. If you let them hang around, it's bad news, Bears. So it looks like he was a little bit aggressive with his Crimson Specialist there.
Well, Dion, I'm not sure I would have jousted with the Crimson Specialist like that.
Well, I've seen a lot of people do this, but they wait 1 more turn. So usually they stop here, and this is where they shoot Trajectory Simulator the bomb out.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have Trajectory Simulator on his Crimson Specialist, so he was going in for a block, and he missed it.
Did miss the block, but even if the block had been successful, that's only 1 ship he's mitigating.
I mean, he ends up having 4 or 5 more hull.
It's a good point. It's an interesting tactic, to say the least. But I haven't really seen Ezra Bridger in action, so maybe there's a follow-up plan here that I'm not really privy to yet.
Yeah, the Ezra Bridger in this setup is interesting. So it's sitting at PS. It should be 7. Let's fix that right now. Sitting at PS7. Has flight assist astromech, so it has some mobility, and its only purpose here is to carry Sabine.
Yeah, and Sabine's about to be a little useless. Unless we just YOLO drop ion bombs on everything.
Well, I mean, yeah, Carlos has to drop a bomb this turn. Honestly, Steven should probably just turn, K-turn, one of the defenders just to finish off Crimson Specialist. Just get it out of the way. so it's not an issue anymore.
And while we're setting up for the next round, we're currently in the 4th round. So that again, this is the 4th round with the beginning of cuts. So these guys are win or go home at this point.
Yeah.
Every match going on. Actually, we've been pretty successful at having, or lucky that is, about having exciting matches.
Yeah, games that matter.
Yeah, but now going forward, definitely. And we're starting to see why the MOV really doesn't matter outside of the theory, but in practice, because people are flying as if they don't need to run away. They just need to win.
So the Crimson Specialist stops. He gets in the way. He says, all right, you have to deal with me. Takes the stress.
And I think, yeah, that's the right play. That is where you have to try, because the way that the 2 ships are angled, you have to at least try clipping that front defender.
Ion bombs, they are not considered revealing a maneuver. Obviously, they're slow maneuvers, so they don't help defenders. And we reveal the dial for the front defender.
Is this going to be the K turn, or is this going to be... No, it's not the K turn. Unless this is Ryad. No. Ryad is down here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom left one is Ryad. And this guy's just going 5 forward.
So he's trying to set up some type of goofy block on Ezra. Or that is Ryad.
That is Ryad.
That is Ryad, okay.
So...
That's right, because if that's Ryad and this is Vessery, the one that Steve is readjusting is Vessery.
And then the left one is the Glaive.
So he's trying to, I guess, clear the lane for to protect Vessery from total shenanigans.
So I don't think that's going to fit. The 4K should bump. I do want to double check something here.
Now Steve is just sliding it forward. The guys are having a little bit of a conversation. Not really sure what they're talking about, but do you have any clue to what you think that's going on? Oh, it's just ensuring that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a missed opportunity. Okay.
Right. Oh. Well, I think in the...
Yeah, Carlos would probably hold that ship down.
It looks like that one's going to make it.
That
was tight flying. Tight flying there. So the K-turn makes it. And gets an evade. He has an extra action. I think K-turning 2 of them is a little bit of an overcommitment, because it only does have 1 agility.
Yeah, and it's not like getting it around behind Nim isn't exactly the best place to be.
So Ezra goes 1 forward.
I mean, since they're not getting shot at all, I may have taken the Vessery and peeled, well, not the Vessery, the Glaive Squadron peeled towards the Carlos, and then K-turn for the next turn.
So he's doing a coordinate action to Nim.
And Nim is probably going to... Nim, I think he's trying to set up a bump here, but I think Nim's actually going to clear it and land somewhere just in front of Vessery. Yeah, he's going to land just in front of Vessery. He's going to get to drop that bomb, but he's going to get blown up pretty hard. He's going to get hit pretty hard by those shots. No,
he's doing the trajectory simulator. And that was before he revealed his dial.
You definitely can't kill his ship if he kills it himself.
And now he does a he does a 1 forward. He does have to check for defective plating both times.
Okay.
So we got to make sure that happens.
Well, that plating's pretty defective at this point.
And this is what I was talking about, like with the overcommitment to the K-turn. Like it could very quickly. I mean, the defenders are going to take some damage here with the bomb, but
yeah, and that is Vessery and Glaive Squadron. So your focus, your evade generator, and your big gun.
Oh, okay, okay.
The NIM actually got nudged too. I don't know if they're doing that.
It happens. All right, we got to. It's important to maintain the board state.
I think that does hit, honestly, quite honestly, because you can see it's not.
The nub is over the template,
and the template isn't actually straight yet. Did they get a judge? They did get a judge.
Depends if there's any wiggle room in there.
That little nudge, definitely. The accidental bump in there probably made a big difference in that situation.
So
they're calling the back one out of range and the front two in.
This is for the ion bomb first.
Okay.
The deflective plating does break right there. So let's make sure to remove that. Here's bomblets. This is a shield on Vessery.
That is Vessery.
That's number 1, that's 2, that's 3.
Well, they're named.
I know.
That is Vessery, because that's Ryad and that's
Right.
the Glaive.
So he's down at least one shield.
Yep. Do we know who he assigned the auto damage to?
No, there wasn't a clear marker here. We'll definitely have to double check damage after this one.
Yeah, that is Vessery, the K-turn. That's, or no, Ryad, the Glaive, and Vessery.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so it looks like we are at combat, and Nim is attacking Vessery. You got 2 hits on the first TLT attack.
And it hits.
And that's going to be hitting.
That's 1 damage.
And 2 hits and a focus on that one. And 3 evades, so it's fine there. Ezra at PS7 is going to be attacking range 1 on Ryad. That is 3 hits.
That is
helps when you roll
nice
natties.
string. Yeah,
We
that's
got
a
an
nice
evade.
string.
We're fine.
Now, okay, I see what's going on. Did he measure out Nim? Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to he's going there. And that looks like hit crit.
That's a string as well.
Gets a target lock, gets 1 evade, and it's going to be taking 2 shields on Nim. We're going range 1.
No, it can't be a range 1, right?
Or range 2, because
Yeah.
they measured it already. That's 3 hits. That's going to be a dead Crimson Specialist. It doesn't matter in the long run. So Crimson Specialist is gone.
Both players have rolled 2 strings.
And it's kind of funny. There's a mark on the mat that's kind of in the shape of Crimson Specialist right there.
Yeah.
Right where you lifted him off. So carbon scoring.
He was, Rose's sister definitely went down with the bang.
Oh, so sad.
So sad.
Yeah. So looking at positioning here, Steven is in an interesting spot because defenders can turn, but they don't like to turn. They turn really, really wide. And Nim moving at PS10 is going to be able to make a lot of decisions here to whether or not to trajectory sim the bomb or just drop it normal. I think.
Don't forget, we have that coordinate too.
Yeah, we do have the coordinate, so we can get that barrel roll beforehand, or a focus or a target lock. I wonder if Steven, his win condition here, if he has to disengage, mind you, I guess they have the white K-turn, right? So Ryad can K-turn. The Glaive can K-turn. Vessery can do like a 3 forward to take up some space. But, I mean, that literally puts you right in line for Trajectory Simulator. Like, right there.
See, what I like about Steve's position, Carlos's positioning, regardless of losing the Cruising Specialist so quickly, is that no matter what defensive moves Steve makes right now, Nim is still in a position to bring a lot of pain to whatever ship he's given. He's either going to bomb him to hell or give him a pretty strong TLT.
So we need a damage update for everything.
Okay.
Here, let me give you a piece of paper.
And I misspoke, Dion. I just realized they're 4-0 and 3-1. I forgot which one's 3-1. But
Okay.
We're definitely, because we're in the 4th round.
And here is a 5K from Ryad. She should probably barrel roll to avoid the Trajectory Simulator bomb. And here's one thing interesting. I know he didn't do this,
He's
but
not barrel rolling.
he wants those shots. He's spreading out the arcs.
Would you have maybe done a 2 straight to maybe induce a bump on something here? Or is this the move that was that the move you would have made with
A
Ryad?
5K? I would have probably 5K'd. He wants to keep the net wide. He wants to keep getting shots. The problem is that those bombs are auto damage. So, like, defenders are good at defending against attacks, but not anything else. Okay. So we're going to update the values here. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. So Vessery is completely out of shields. Ryad is out of shields. And the Glaive has 2 hull left.
Excuse me. Sorry.
It's all right.
We are going to see a bomb dropped out there.
Richard, so the Glaive has 2 sharps left?
Yeah, 2 shields left. Yeah.
2 shields left, okay. Sorry, the Glaive has 2 shields left, so we're going to...
And then peels out. And that is why maybe would have tried to keep Ryad a little closer than farther away.
All right, everything is up to date now.
Yeah. Because the thing about bringing Ryad that far out is if you try to bomb Ryad, you're going to be bombing yourself. That bomblet is absolutely backward, and I'm not well.
Wait, what?
The bomblet generator.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's backwards, and I don't think it'll matter, but maybe it's just one of those
the
things.
nubs can matter.
Yeah, well, in this round, it won't matter, right?
Well, I mean, if Nim stays there, it matters. I mean, he's going to let the bomb go off. Looks like 1 on Nim. Watch this one for me. 2 on the Glaive. Nope. Who's that?
That's the Glaive. Now that's Vessery.
He's getting torn apart by these bombs.
And now we have this was Ryad. Sorry, Dion. That was Ryad.
Okay. He looked like he dealt cards to this. Are we sure that's not Vessery? So they're all like exactly the same. There's nothing that differentiates them visually.
Can we zoom in on the PS? Is that possible?
With some time, yes.
Oh, that's all right.
Tons of bomb damage right now. I do want to say hi to everybody who's watching right now. We got quite a few people watching, 414 listed viewers. Welcome. Welcome to our game. This is the 4th round of the System Open bracket here. We're defending. Defenders are defending.
We got some damage being dealt.
There's a crit there. Look like Council Fire.
Once again, we got Eagle Eye Dion on the case.
And
that is a range. Oh, come on, Nim.
Nim and his big face. Now we'll get a damage assessment here in a minute. That's 3 hits again coming from Ezra, non-modded.
There's still a lot of string going on.
And I think that defender is dead, right? Because it's been dealt 3 cards. Yep. Okay, so one of them is dead. If it was dealt 3 cards, it was probably... I don't know which one it is. Stream, which one it is? Which defender died there? Can we find out which defender just died? Thank you. I think it was Vessery. All right, Vessery's off the table.
So we have the cannon generator off.
So 2 hits coming from Ryad into Nim. He tosses an evade. With just 1 shield. This is brutal. Those dice. Those dice. Also, like when you don't have any focus and you're rolling just a single green die, it's only a 37% chance to get a an evade.
This is
so when you see it happen a couple times in a row, it's like, wow.
This is a pretty high variance game going on, and I feel pretty bad for Steve.
Yeah, well, you know, Carlos has put himself in a good position here. Like I said, this is not a great matchup for Steven, especially because these defenders are good against defending against attacks. Like that is their strong suit. If these were 3 ships that just shot their guns, these defenders would be fine. But this is auto damage. It gets through those defenses fast.
While they set up front dials, something I noticed that these guys probably, because you can see their tokens and dice are kind of everywhere, probably could use some of the nice storage solutions from craftedstorage.com. Dion, in our next break, can we maybe pull up one of the containers or the cases that?
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that.
Because I know they sell some pretty awesome dice trays. Chris bought one yesterday, and I might actually go get one myself. And they're...
So here's a defender being a defender. Looks like we're getting a fast 3 move. There it is. So the rule for Genius Trajectory is that you can do it.
And that comes straight from Brent, the Marshal.
So we're waiting on Steven to select his action. He gets his free evade action when he does a 3 or faster maneuver. And it looks like he's debating a barrel roll. The thing is,
you got a barrel roll, right? It's either eat the bomb or eat the TLT, and I'd rather eat the TLT at this point.
Well, looking at ranges, I don't know if he has the space to barrel roll forward and to the left. He has to go to the right. So, I mean, you're safe right there. You are safe from both the trajectory simulator and the regular bomb drop. Wow. Bomb drop. And this one's going to probably be doing a 3 hard. Get its arc in position.
But you gotta hope that Steve's gotta hope that Carlos didn't banker too hard in.
Here's the thing, though, right? With Ezra being there,
Isn't an issue. You're right.
because he could just
Yeah.
coordinate him a barrel roll and then put him in a lot of different spots.
Yeah, I think I would have tried, if I was going to barrel roll, I would have tried to barrel roll up and away.
So here's Ezra. Does he fit? That's the question. He wants him to fit in order to do the coordinate. Yes, it does. And we're waiting for Ezra's ability. I mean, he hasn't had to take an action for offense all day. So
No, so why start now?
So why start now? So he does the coordinate action. He's barrel rolling there. He's going to be dropping a bomb on that defender
So, Dion,
as he reveals his maneuver.
So Dion, tell me how the roll of bombs impact statistics in X-Wing. So we kind of thrown out some of our joust value assumptions when we're trying to create lists now.
Yeah, so what bombs have done, it has taken the defensive stacking that people like to do and has turned it on its head. It's all right, that is no longer as good because your focus, evade, auto thrusters doesn't do anything against bomb damage. Is it too much? That's arguable. But I know that some people have some trouble playing against it. I think the issue is when we get some high PS bombs, it's a struggle. And then we start talking about jousting values. You used to say like, oh, this ship is worth X amount, excuse me, X amount of dice. Here's the roll. Looks like at least one. Oh man, these bombs have been they're eating him up. And he's gonna take a range 1 shot, no, range 2. It's not clear exactly who is who. That's the problem. That's a Glaive. So Glaive's taking at least one more. Money on that shot.
And he chipped it too. So we're in crit world.
Yep.
Critland.
All shields are gone. Plus he's dead. He's gone. Glaive is off the table. Just like that. Oh, this game is progressing extremely fast. So now it's Ryad versus the world, and he throws more natties above average. Ryad's dead.
Yeah, he just extended the
Wow.
hand. That is 4 strings coming out of that sheathipede.
I've never heard that term before. 4 strings?
A string is just 3 natural rolls.
Natural rolls? Okay.
A string of hits.
I like it. Yeah, man, that was rough. I mean, if we go back and let's look at statistics here, right? So on
high variance game.
Very high variance game. Like, let me I have to bury Ryad here real quick. There she is. So normally on 3 hits with 3 dice, excuse me, because he was at range 1 a few times. 3 dice, you roll them, that averages 1 hit, okay? Usually 1 hit is like eyeball, focus, hit. That Ezra rolled like fire. I mean, he rolled 3 hits, 2 hits, 3 hits, 2 hits, something like that. I mean, it was ridiculous. And again, this is a really tough matchup for the defender player. I mean, it was.
I mean, that Ezra, that's a 1/3 to the 4th power outcome. So we're in high variance land.
Yeah. So you know what, man, that was nuts. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to see if I can get us some bonus action.
All right.
Okay. But before we do that, we do want to remind everybody that our this round was brought to you by Crafted Storage Solutions. Here is their awesome dice tray, template tray that they sent over to me. We weren't able to bring it today. We will show it off in a future cast. But you see, there's 3 different type of art that they can put on it. You have, if you see the Gold Squadron podcast logo, we have an inlay that is walnut wood into pine. Then we have engraving, which is the Curled Paul Creatives logo, and also etching, which is the Crafted Storage logo there. If you look at, it fits all of your templates. It has spots for you to press down on the template. That's the way they're easy to grab. And also, it has enough space there for your range 3, a range 2, and a range 1 ruler. As you see, that is the cover with the Gold Squadron podcast logo on it, and it is awesome. I'm looking forward to getting that in my hands and playing.
Yeah, and you know the beauty of these templates and trays is that they don't feel flimsy like some of the other.
Solid.
Yeah, they have a nice weight and feel to them. They're even heavier than the acrylic ones that we're used to seeing with the magnets and everything. And these are magnetized as well, so.
Exactly. So it stays closed in your bag. It's nice. They also do tournament boxes and trays. There's actually quite a few people here today that are rocking their creative Crafted Storage boxes. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to see if I can get us some bonus footage.
Just move the tripod?
No, I'm not going to move the tripod. I'm going to work my magic.
All
I
right.
got you.